Hey guys,
Hey,
it's Derek and Kelsey, and
Gunner.
Gunner. We had a baby.
Yes.
So the last time we made a video, we were pregnant and engaged and talking about, I think, everything we got for Christmas, maybe.
It's been a long time. And we're also in our old place.
Yes.
We're in a new apartment now. We downsized a little bit to be able to save some money to afford this little guy.
So a lot of stuff has changed since we've last been on YouTube, but we wanted to get on here and update you guys on what's going on. We had Gunner Xavier on June 26th at 7:26. Unfortunately, it wasn't 6:26 like we wanted, but that's okay. And he's just the best part of our lives. He's the cutest thing in the whole world.
He was 2 weeks early. He was due on July 8th, but he came early. It was a Tuesday night. We were both sleeping.
Yeah.
We were both sleeping, and her water broke, and she woke me up out of the deepest sleep of my life, and I was terrified, and she was just screaming my water broke. So
That was about 10:30, 10:45. My water broke on Tuesday night. We both freaked out. We had our hospital bags packed, but we were still just running around like, what do we do? We went straight to the hospital, got there around 11, called my mom in Akron, called his parents, and got checked out. So we got to the hospital. His parents met us there probably about an hour later. We kind of just walked around the hospital to get contractions going for like 2 hours, I would say. And I didn't start contracting until like 1 or 1:30 in the morning. So there was a good couple of hours of just like walking around the hospital, getting excited. And then after a couple hours of contracting, they gave me Pitocin to kind of speed things up a little bit. There were 11 other women that shift that were delivering, so it was like a very busy night. So I think they were just trying to get me going. And once they gave me the Pitocin, the contractions really started coming, and they were so painful. So I don't know how many hours I contracted for.
Probably 4 or 5.
Yeah. And then finally they checked to see if I had dilated to 5 centimeters. I really think I was probably like 4-ish centimeters, but I was just in so much pain that they went ahead and called the anesthesiologist and gave me an epidural, which was the best thing that's ever happened to me. And right after I got the epidural, things started like going into overdrive. I was like 7 centimeters, and then I was like 8 centimeters, and they're like, she's got to start pushing, like this baby's gonna come. So luckily my OB was already at the hospital. She had been there since we got there, delivering some of those 11 babies that were being born. And I pushed for about 20 minutes, and then little Gunner came.
Yes.
Derek was there the whole time. He helped me through all my contractions. His mom and my mom were both in the delivery room as well. His dad was there too, but I could only have 3 people in the room, so his dad was out in the waiting room. And we thought Derek was going to be like a little too squeamish to handle delivery, but
Yes.
he made it happen.
For a little bit. They asked me to hold one of her legs. I got a little lightheaded doing that, so they made me sit down and give me some water. But then I kind of realized that this is the only time this is ever going to happen, so I want to be there and experience it and see everything. So I decided to go back and not hold her leg, but stood by her shoulder, and I was still able to see everything. But it went well. It was a very emotional experience.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And I'm glad I was there to see it. So
he cut the umbilical cord, and when Gunner came out, he pooped and peed on me, but he pooped right away. And he latched on and breastfed like immediately. So he was ready to get out of there. We had a little bit of a scare. I had already gotten the epidural, so I wasn't too freaked out about it because I didn't really know what was going on when I got the epidural. But Gunner's blood pressure, heart rate. Heart rate dropped. I don't know why. His heart rate dropped like down to like 40 or something. He said.
Yeah, it was like running one. They had a monitor on her for like 5 hours, or on her stomach, just keeping track of his heart rate, and then right before he came, his heart rate dropped to like 45, and the nurses freaked out a little bit. So obviously it freaked me and her mom out when we saw that. But they turned her on her side and it went back up. He's having a hard time reliving that memory.
Yeah. So I think it was a scary moment for everyone in the room except for me because I didn't really know what was going on. Thank God. But yeah, that was the coolest day in our lives. So we stayed at the hospital for 2 days after that.
Yep.
At the nicest hospital and the nicest postpartum wing ever. Nicest nurses of all time. And that Friday, I guess. So he was born on Wednesday morning at 7:26, and then Friday we went home around 10 in the morning. But not before stopping at Costco because I was
because we weren't prepared.
Yeah, he was 2 weeks early, so we didn't have anything at the house. So we made a Costco run. Gunnar and I stayed in the car, and Derek ran in. And got all the supplies and came home, and we've just been figuring it out ever since.
Yes. With his little fussy butt.
The first couple of weeks, I would say, were really great. We were, I think, just scared, but he slept pretty well. He would only wake up like once a night, I would say, at like 3 in the morning to feed and get changed, and then he slept in his bassinet, and he was just like chill. So we were like, this is great. Why do people stress out about this? Like, this is wonderful.
And we spoke too soon.
We spoke so.
Because then one day everything just changed.
Yeah.
He didn't sleep anymore. When he was sleeping, he would have this grunting noise that he does nonstop throughout the night.
Yeah.
And
it's kind of like that.
Kind of, but a little more aggressive.
Grunting, yeah.
And yeah. But yeah, other than that, everything has been amazing. And much more manageable than we ever thought.
Yeah, way more manageable. It's really just feeding and changing is really all you gotta do, and holding. He really likes to be held right now. He's kind of in a phase where he just like wants to be in somebody's arms, which is nice.
Times.
Yeah. It's nice because there's a lot of people that like want to come over and meet him, so people want to hold him, so he's like pretty content when we have visitors, and but it sucks in the middle of the night when we're trying to sleep and he just doesn't want to lay in his bassinet. He wants to be in somebody's arms. So, but I know we're gonna miss these days one day, so we just snuggle him as best as we can now. What else can we tell you? He had really curly hair when he was born, and now it's kind of gotten straighter.
Yeah. He's gained like 3 pounds in the first month, which I don't know. To us, it seems like a lot.
So he was 5 pounds 11 ounces when he was born. He was 5 pounds 7 ounces when we left the hospital, which is pretty good. All babies like lose a little bit of weight. And then his first doctor's appointment, which we left the hospital on Friday, his first doctor's appointment was on a Monday. He was 5 pounds 13 ounces. So he gained a lot of weight in that little weekend. Our doctor was like, or his pediatrician was so pumped. She was like, that's amazing. If he wants to sleep through the night, you guys don't need to wake him up, like whatever. So today we weighed him on our like little bathroom scale and on Derek's food scale. And both of them said that he's 8 pounds, which does not seem real to me at all.
One said 8.2 and the other one said 8.7 or something like that. So he's over 8 for sure.
The breastfeeding is working, and I'm exclusively breastfeeding. I was pumping, and we were feeding him in a bottle about once a day, but we thought maybe that was contributing to his like gassy grunting situation. So we're back to just exclusively breastfeeding. We go back to the doctor for his next appointment next week, I think.
Yes.
And I think he gets shots and stuff then. He will be vaccinated for everything.
Yes.
His first doctor's appointment, he peed on a nurse.
Hey.
His umbilical cord stump has fallen off officially, so he's gotten baths and stuff.
and he's getting fussy now, so we're probably gonna cut this short so he can eat.
Hey, babe.
Usually, sometimes when I hold him and he's crying, I'll just change positions and
He'll be fine.
he's fine. But maybe he just wanted his mom too. So
Maybe.
but yeah, that's pretty much it. So
We got a baby.
we have a baby. Let me get a little close up of him.
Camera. Say cheeseburger. Hi, Gunny. Oh, are you smiling? No.
Crying. All right. Well, we'll see you guys.
Thanks for watching.
Say bye.
Say like, comment, subscribe.
That was good.